online lead conversion for December 2021 and really beyond. So that's the topic I'm going to get into today. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Helps out the channel and growing all this. So yada, yada. Let's get into the real content, the real value right away. So there's three things I'm going to go over today. And I'm going to basically bullet point them and then go into them into detail. So it's understanding people's intent, personal touches and connections, and then taking a 2022 perspective to what you're doing right now. So the first one of understanding people's intent. What you got to understand is when they come to the website and they sign up and they register, they're not ready to buy a house right then. They're not even ready to buy a house that month. They just want to look at houses is where they want to start. So everything you're doing right now is actually for people who are looking to buy a house in January, February, March. And so we need to take that perspective, that viewpoint of like, when I talk to these people, reach out to what I'm doing for them is not about like, hey, you want to buy a house? You want to buy a house? You got to get that greedy, salesy commission breath out of your mind and think about how can I service these people into a sale when they're ready, when it's appropriate for their timeline, which is usually January, February, March, if they're signing up on your website right now. This, in my eyes, is one of the best times of the year to work because no other realtors are working. So many people are taking off. The market's slow, yada, yada, all the other BS excuses that people have, when honestly it's the blue ocean situation because you're going to be talking to and reaching more people and have less competition during this time of year. And everything you're setting up now is what's going to make your 2022 badass. And so when they first sign up on the website, you really got to think about the fact that they just want to see houses. That's the main thing they want to do is see houses. So keep that in mind, that their intent, they came like, so we use a lot of Google and Bing AdWords. And when they come to Google and Bing, they're going directly to there to look for houses. Now, if you do Facebook leads are more, I'm not a big fan of Facebook lead because they're interrupted. They're way longer sales cycles. Honestly, it's kind of just a guess in the dark, a shot, I hope. Like, you know, people don't go to Facebook to look for houses. They go to Google and Bing to look for houses and YouTube. And so keep that in mind, that the intent of who signs up on your website and the source of where they came from is much different. So same thing, they go to Zillow, they go to Realtor, they go to these major portals, but usually they're more bottom of the funnel by that point, and you're gonna have to pay those people an outrageous amount of money with it all. And this is why, honestly, PPC leads are the best leads out there because they require the most skill, which is why not a lot of realtors do them, which is why the cost is so low and the profitability is so high on them all. But you wanna keep in mind that when you first interact, you first reach out to these people, it's all about setting up their property alert, their initial touch, their initial conversation, and building a good connection with them. And don't even ask for an appointment. Don't even ask if they're wanting to buy a house. Just set them up with where they're at right now in the process, which is I'm just looking into all this. So like one of the ways we do that is our initial opener when people register on our website and we reach out to them. We do a lot through text and video. We do phone calls, but we set up the phone calls. It's not a game of blasting them 10, 15 times till they answer the phone. That doesn't work. And honestly, it just pisses your clients off. If you send them a video and you're just like, hi, lead name, I'm Ben, nice to meet you. I saw you sign up on the website just looking at houses for now. And I'm curious if you're just looking for fun, if you're looking at making a move. You know, and I'm curious if you're looking to buy in January, February, March, you know, what type of time frame are you looking at? So that way I can cater my services appropriately so you can get the houses you're wanting and not a bunch of bother from me or other realtors or that type of thing. So go ahead and just reply back to this text. And actually that's way longer than how we'd normally do it. Normally just be like, hi, I'm Ben, nice to meet you. I just want to set up your initial property alerts. So if you want to just send me kind of your criteria and location you're looking for, I'll get those tweaked for you. Go ahead and reply back to this video text and we'll go from there. Talk to you soon. So just something simple and warm and gentle and calm like that is going to go a lot more, is going to go a lot further than trying to like sell them for an appointment right then and there. You have to build these relationships with these online leads. You can't be so cold and machine and rote that you're just like, you're a transaction, you're a number when you're buying a house. Get to know these people and you have to understand where they're coming from the start. That's key number one. So number two, I was kind of starting to get into it, is personal touches and connections. Now, this time of year more than ever, this is really what people are focusing on this time of year. Who's their friends, who's their family, who's their loved one, who gives a shit about them, who doesn't, and how well can we build a relationship with these online leads. We call them online leads and we forget that they're people. At the end of the day, they're people. And as long as you can establish a human connection with them through video, which is the best way to do it, that's really what this is about. They come to look at houses on your website to find a house, but more importantly, why are they looking for a house? What's that house do for them? What's that situation? Are they going through a divorce? Do they need more space for their family? Are they first-time home buyer looking to really buy that first house, capitalize on the refund? What is their personal situation? Because you've heard me say this if you follow me at all. People don't buy and sell real estate based on markets and finance and everything else. They buy and sell real estate based on life decisions. So what is the life situation that I can help you decide that a house is going to help with whatever that life situation is? And it's where you're really more of a life coach in real estate when you really want to be good at this than you are necessarily like a salesperson, what is typically thought of what we do. And so you want to really convey that through personal touches and connections. Video text is one of our most effective ways of doing that. Because if you think about it this way, would you rather make 30 phone calls to all these people and get like a 15% answer rate? Or would you rather send out 30 personal video texts in a day that has a 90% read rate? I'm not sure what the response rate is yet because it's such a new concept. We haven't really had enough data or sample size to measure what the response rate is, but I can tell you it's way higher than a phone call, and it's way higher than just a plain text. But video text is honestly what's been skyrocketing our business, because it's not about how many leads can I get and how many phone calls can I make and how many actions can I take. Because if it takes me 5 video texts to get 3 clients to sell 2 houses, do that. That's honestly a better, more effective way to do this than more work, more. Like, no, do better. Like, we're missing the mark. So video text is a really big way that we're doing those personal touches and connections. But the more you can individualize this and customize it, gets their attention, shows them, hey, you're valuable, you're important to me. You are worth what is we're charging for, to do the services. So basically it's kind of like prove you can be their realtor by just being their realtor and giving them an idea of what it's like to work with you. If their initial interaction with you is real salesy, real pushy, all business, nothing personal, they're probably not going to want to work with you because you're giving them an idea of what it's like to work with you. And if you're just a machine wrote order processing robot, you're going to get replaced. If you're not a human, you're going to get replaced by machines, as you can see. So be more human, get better at being human, essentially. So that's number 2 is personal touches, connections go a long way this time of year. This is the time of year when everybody is doing this in their life, period, not just online leads. We just had Thanksgiving. We saw a bunch of our friends and family. We're getting ready for Christmas. We're going to see a bunch of our friends and family. And it's really that time of year where you're focusing on what's important, which is each other. So keep that in mind even with your online leads, because at the end of the day, they're people. They're not really just numbers or data on a screen. There's people behind there, both on our side and on their side. So the more human we can make the experience, not only the more relevant do you stay within this industry, but the more effective you are. Because at the end of the day, I know all this tech and marketing and everything else is great, but until you remove people out of the equation, people are going to be needed. So basically what this tech and marketing does is allow you to be more human, to be more personal. And that's really the truth to online lead conversion. Some people think it's like, oh, you got to grind, you got to hustle, and you got to take the shots and you got to hit. It's like, no, you need to be a better person. You need to be a better human and empathize and care and be warm and love people. That's really the truth to online lead conversion. Hopefully my sharpness is cutting through when you're seeing that. I'm a high D naturally, if you haven't guessed already. So I'm a little bit of a blunt, direct person, which the screen works well, but if one-on-one, never mind, getting sidetracked. Number 3. Take a 2022 perspective to right now. What you're doing right now is going to pay you for the entire rest of the year. And so one of the reasons we have such high email open rates, we have like 30 to 50% email open rates, depending on the month and the time of the year and that type of thing. We have 30 to 50% open rates, which is mind blowing. For most email marketers, like 8 to 10% is good. Our lowest we ever get is like 25%, but we usually get about 30 to 50% open rates on our emails because of 2 things. The initial interaction they have with us, that they realize like, hey, you're not this pushy, douchey salesperson. You're just here to help me and provide a better online lead service experience I've ever seen before. But then the second one is that we keep the main thing. They came to that website, they signed up to look at houses. So send them houses. We send them about 80% houses, only about 20% calls to conversation. And really, it's not even a call, it's an ask for conversation. We ask them questions about you know, their situation, if they're open to talk, if they're open to game plan, if they're open to a phone call, you know, would it be helpful to do this? Would it be helpful to do that? And we keep the main thing, which is houses. People want to see houses. They get email alerts that are instant right away that are about houses. And the more we keep getting more and more open rates, the more the email servers recognize that as that stuff that people want. We're going to keep sending these to people and make sure it delivers. Because you may or may not realize this as a marketer, but if your emails continue to not get opened, Google will flag you as spam, and also start to downrank your deliverability so that people don't even actually get your emails. If you're not familiar, sometimes people don't realize that that happens a lot, especially when you have as much data as we're sending with houses. If people aren't opening them, it's not effective, and it honestly affects the whole email server platform that you're on. So that's why I say take a 2022 perspective right now, because everybody we're setting up right now on property alerts, one, they need to be getting them and opening them. But we've seen it where they'll sit there and be watching and opening these emails for years. And so what you're setting up right now is not your right now business. It's your future business. It's where 90% of the money is in this industry is in the future business, not the right now business, just chasing a paycheck like most realtors are. Think like a marketer, because marketing always beats sales. Marketing is what we're talking about here. And that's the truth. The online lead conversion is having a good marketing process and taking a whole year perspective. Say every single lead I set up right now, like we got 400 leads in last month. Every single one of those, I'm setting up their property alerts for all of 2022, not just right now or January, February, March, all of 2022. They may not buy a house until June, until August, until September, until December of next year. And this is how you stay busy throughout the entire year, is you have an ongoing marketing system that people are tying into, because you're keeping the main thing, which is houses, and you're giving a shit about people and just helping them find what they want to find. And you're not worried about all the people who don't sign up or don't want your help. You just let them go, let them be, and you focus on the ones that do want your help and do want you to move forward with all these services that you provide. So those are my 3 tips for online lead conversion for December 2021 and ongoing. Honestly, you'll understand people's intent when they come to your website right now in this time of year, this season. Make it personal touches and connections so you can establish a real relationship with these people. And number 3 is take a whole year perspective of 2022 with the actions you're taking right now. Again, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Really think about who you can intentionally share this with. More importantly, the biggest thing I think I appreciate the most is go do this. Do something with it. Don't just watch these videos. Actually go put it into action. Appreciate you watching. Talk to you guys later. See ya.